Hey, what's up everybody? 72 Fins 1, bring you part 3 of Truck Trailer Rebuild Flatbed Edition. Last time in part 2, I explained what I was going to have to do to get the old floor off trailer here and get rid of the screws and all that stuff. So, and now, what you can see here is just the skeletal frame of the trailer. Just the frame rails and the axles and the front apron there, and it's hooked up to my lawnmower there, so it's kind of level. Now you'll notice that I have a board on the front of it. That's because I'm going to explain here how I'm going to make these boards fit and make them work and stuff. I'm going to probably bring out like 2 or 3 clips maybe in this part to do this. So, first thing I'm going to show here is inside the front apron, there's a hole right there and a hole right there where the bolts used to be that I cut off the grinder, and the rest of them have all been cut off with the grinder and flat, so the boards will sit on there nice and good. Now, I'm going to take my power drill that I borrowed from a friend here. I'm going to drill that through the wood for my plank, and then I'm going to put this bolt, and then a washer, and then the wood, then another washer underneath the frame rail, and then a lock washer, and then a nut. So yeah, pretty much. Here, let me show it better real quick. Okay, so the wood, okay, that'll go on top of the metal of and then the wood, and then the board underneath, I want to say, because it's a little different for the front apron than the rest of it. The other boards will be just going through the top of the board, and then the underside of the top of the C-channel will then have the flat washer, the lock washer, and the nut, which I'll after I drill the hole through the wood, I will use some vice grips and either a ratchet or my drill here to put a bit in there, like this one right here. It's a, what is it, 7/16 bit, which goes on the nut or the bolt, and tighten those up and hold the bolt and the nut, just tighten them all up. I'll do that. And what I got to do here is, this thing is too wide for the apron. So what I've done here is I've taken my tape measure here and used it to mark out roughly where I want it to go along the plank. So I'll mark it with the pen, and then I will cut that off. I'll draw a pen line here, and I'll take my sawzall and I'll just cut right along there. So I have my tools. I have the 3 and a 4th battery, a sharp wood with nails blade for my sawzall. Then I have the drill. So anyways, I am going to put this first plank in here. I'm going to use some C-clamps to hold it down with, but to these things right here, which will clamp the board in place. I will put this together and I will show you as I go along. I'm not going to show board by board, but I'm going to show like the first one, how it goes along, and the first couple, because the apron's kind of unique and it has to be bolted in a little bit different. But anyways, I will bring you guys another clip as soon as I can, so I'll be back in a little bit. Hey, what's up everybody? 72 Fins 1, bring you clip here of the progression of putting the boards on my trailer. of my flatbed trailer. So I probably didn't do a very good job of explaining this in the first part, the first part of this part here. But if we walk up front, we can now see where there is 2 boards in place. So we have our 3 bolts here on this side. We have our 3 bolts here on this side. We have 2 for this, for the passenger side frame rail for the first board, 2 for the second board on the passenger side, and the same for the driver's side here, 2 here and 2 here. Now what I've done here is I marked these, well, you probably can't even see it right there. I marked that a 1, and then this one somewhere on the top side or the underside of it, I marked it 2. What I did was I took and I laid out my boards before I even started cutting the screws off, roughly. And what I did was I labeled them like, oh, where is it? You can't really tell, but 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's a better idea of it. Yeah, there's like the first 9 boards, and it's going towards the back, as in like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I have the other 9 boards over here, which is like, let me see here, 10 all the way up to 18, which is the last board. Using the truck trailer as a workbench here, so hey, guess the parents buy it, I guess. Now anyways, before I wrap this part up here, what I did was I took a ratchet here with socket, tightened it with a 7/16 socket, put my flat washer on top. Then I put my vice grips tightened around the nut right there. Then you can and then the can't see it very well, but the washer, the lock washer, then the nut, and the bolt coming through through the metal, through the wood, and coming down all like for all the bolts on the boards to sandwich them in place. Now this board right here, it had to go to the frame rail. What I did was I drilled these top ones first, because I needed these to just push them loosely first after I drilled the holes and get them in place and clamp them down and whatnot, because when I tightened them up, they were going to seal up tightly. See, there was a gap between here and here just because there was nothing holding it there. So when I tightened these up on the passenger side and the driver side over there, it all tightened them up, and then just the frame rails right there and right here sandwiched them up, made for a good firm fit. So now the apron here, sorry, let me zoom out, can't go anywhere now. So that's the first 2, and there's 18 boards total. So I got 2 here. So we keep doing this one at a time, clamping them down to hold them in place, drill them, and then tighten them down with the ratchet and stuff. And we keep working our way up to the front of the wheel well here, just one at a time, slow and steady, carefully. Wins the race, gets the job done. I'm gonna wrap it up right here, because I'm gonna work my way up to the front of the wheel, because I'm gonna save that for another part, because it's getting a little That's a little more involved, takes a little different technique. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you got any questions, ask me in the comments, on Skype, whatever. I hope you guys are enjoying this. This is something different for a little bit of a different trailer video. So anyways, thanks for watching.